China. In a thriving world of commerce, China's influence is hard to ignore. The power of China is everywhere we look, and it influences our lives every single day. In the past decade, e-commerce has exploded, with Chinese manufacturers as the backbone of a growing majority of products sold online. But how does one compete in this global market? How do business owners like you and I crack the code and navigate China to import products successfully and sell online? Since 2011, it's been the mission of the Australian Importing Club to answer this question and help people just like you to harness the power of China to change their lives. For those looking to import from China, Import Easy is the most comprehensive program in the Southern Hemisphere. I want to take you on a journey to see the inside of the Australian Importing Club. What's more, I want to show you firsthand what's really going on inside China. But first, we'll take a quick stop to the Australian Importing Club Australia office.
G'day, I'm Ian, and welcome to the Australian Importing Club's office here in Melbourne. And this is the central nervous system for the Australian Importing Club and our team here, based here in Australia. We also have, as you know, an office in China, and that's our hand-picked staff there. They work exclusively for us. They're our staff, which is quite rare. And look, quite frankly, it's taken years and years and years to set up this team, and it's a huge infrastructure we've developed over the years. And it wasn't easy, but we've done it, and we're quite proud of that. Our team in China are awesome, and our members love them. They love to contact them, love to speak to them. And we've got our office there as well. So not only the office here, but they can contact them directly through the office in China and at any time as well. So we set up the office here in Melbourne to have that contact with our members, so that there's always someone here, there's always someone manning the phones. You're never sort of at a loss as, I can't get through to them, or I can't get to them. It's not like that. We have an office here that you can contact anytime, and Adam and I are often here as well most of the time, and of course our team here. So it's a really awesome opportunity to contact us.
Yeah, so the guys in China have got 15 years experience each in sourcing products for clients all over the world. So we were really lucky to get hold of them. And now they work exclusively for us and our members to help them source products and find reputable, verified Chinese factories. It's the only way to go. If you pretty much, as an importer, your number one thing is your supplier. You don't have a business without it. So if the supply is good, everything else can fall into place. And that's what we do. We try to help people create real businesses by providing real services. Okay, so although we have a system to follow, we also provide the services to help you complete all those tasks. So, website design, eBay design, graphic design, sourcing in China, and on, setting up marketing campaigns on Google and Facebook, and providing real, service so that the business actually begins and gets off on the right foot. So we choose to have an office so that our members can actually come visit us here in person and have a chat. Sometimes things can be lost in translation via emails, and we have seen competitors dealing with mentoring in a way where they just weren't hands-on enough, and we didn't want to be that way. We wanted to be different. And so we get to talk to our members here in the office and hold meetings here. Yeah, so the Australian Importing Club's become really big now. We've had hundreds of high-level members come through, and so it's a real community. It's a real feeling of community amongst everyone that's come through the process. And a lot of our members are still in touch with each other long past the membership day and the days of the membership, and they've done really well. So some of our ex-members have become really good friends, and I'm in regular contact with some of those, and we hear about what they're doing, and their life changes, and sometimes we see them in China when we're off to the Canton Fair, and we stay at a great hotel, and they love to stay there too, and we get to catch up and have a drink, and we get to hear what's happened for them. Yeah, which is great. Yeah, look, if our members are interstate, and they are, we've they all come from all over Australia. So we definitely use Skype a lot. We use GoToMeeting quite often as well. It's an easy one just to click on the link and we're there. The guys in our program never have that opportunity to slow down. It's sort of like if there's a problem, they can drop in the office, they can pick up the phone, or they can send an email, jump on Skype, go to meeting. There's no chance for them to slow down, and they get straight over that. If there's a roadblock, they can get through that really quickly.
Yeah, look, as a mentor, it's a really great feeling to see people succeed and to know that you've had an influence in their lives and their families' lives and taking them to another level. And we experience that on a regular basis, and I'm very grateful for having that opportunity.
Sure, yeah, I think people feel good about the fact that we're there. We're literally holding their hand through the process of set up and then try and expand on marketing as we move further into the business. So the feedback's great that there's a real person on the end of the line, and if they can't get Ian and I straight away, then there's Kirsty or Julie or Caitlin in the office to pick up the phone and answer them, rather than perhaps waiting for emails to come back and that sort of thing. A real mentor is going to be there with you step by step, and so I think guys are apt that we can do that for them.
As you know, I did my back many years ago, and that kind of thing really does impact on your life. And I had to make some changes, otherwise my business was going to go down the tubes, and it was slowly doing that. So I started looking at eBay, had a bit of experience already doing that kind of thing, and I thought, well, maybe I can turn that into a business, and that's kind of what I did. To cut a long story short, we went to China, and my wife's Chinese, so I had a bit of luck there on my side, and we went there and found a supplier and started bringing product over from China. And look, within about 3 months of having my stock here, I was making 40,000. I made about 40,000 in that 3 months, which was a huge change in my life. And but look, at the same time, I made heaps of mistakes. It's almost impossible not to make mistakes as an importer when you're starting out. So that's why one of the reasons we started the Australian Importing Club, because there's so many things that can go wrong when you start out, and of course a lot of our members experience that. And but the lucky for them is that we're there by their side, so we can fix it up for them. Yeah, so the journey for most of our new members is they don't have a clue of what to do when they start off in this situation, and whether they're experienced or not, it doesn't matter. We take our members from absolutely zero experience right through to being really comfortable going it on their own after the membership, and they experience a lot in that time, traveling to China and getting the price, contacting suppliers, and literally get years and years of experience and knowledge in that membership period. So we set up real businesses for people. It's not about overnight success where you might get rich in 12 months or something. It's not like that. We're setting up real businesses and making real changes to people's lives. I mean, it probably might make sense to our members a bit more than other programs, because it's real. It's you get a real product and you can sell it. You buy it for this much, you sell it for that much. Makes sense, and that's what we feel with a lot of our members and ourselves as well, for that matter. Look, our goal in the Australian Importing Club is to make sure that all our members have skills for life in this industry, and so that after the membership they can go ahead and do things on their own and be successful at it, without any help from anyone else, and that way they gain years and years of experience in a really short period of time.
The end result is obviously to have a business importing, selling online, and we want to be successful in that. But what we generally get from the members on top of that is that they really enjoy the journey. We get to hang out in China together, and it's good fun. We like to mix a little bit of business and pleasure where we can. We have our mastermind meetings where the guys really get to build this community of importers around them. Our last mastermind meeting was 60 different importers. You can imagine getting 60 importing businesses in the one room. It's pretty exciting, and you can build a great network for the future. So I think just as much as the end result, Import Easy is something where it's about the journey and building a community together, and it's something that Ian and I are really proud of.
So you saw us at the workshop, Adam and I, and as you can see, we're really approachable people. If you ask us questions, we're always happy to answer, and when it comes to Import Easy, it's more so. We're always around, and at any stage, if you've got a question, we're here, and the whole point of that is that this is real. We're a real business, we're a real organisation, and you can be rest assured you're going to be looked after really well.